If I had my own rating system for hurricanes, this is how I would do it. I would, all right, since if say the sustained winds are 110, then that means there could easily be gusts of 130, 140 because hurricanes have higher gusts than they do sustained winds always. So instead of telling people the winds are at 100 miles an hour, it would be more realistic to say the average wind speed is 120 and sustained winds are 100 and gust might reach 140. And I actually wrote Stan Goldenberg from NOAA. He was in this documentary called Cyclone. That there's a video. There's a link, a video on this channel where I talk about this documentary and show it off. But yeah, he was the head of the National Hurricane Center in Miami at the time when Andrew came in, and he was in Andrew. And anyway, I contacted this guy and I told him what I thought about how I don't think hurricanes and the Saffir Simpson. I mean, the Saffir Simpson scale. I just gave my opinion to him. I think it's problematic and doesn't really accurately depict the strength of a storm to people coming. And then, so check this out. I was watching the Weather Channel, and they're talking about how when they give forecasts now, it's going to be more not so much based on the Saffir Simpson scale, but more on impacts where you are. So it's going to be like they're going to try and let everybody know where everybody is, exactly what it's going to be like there, instead of just they're changing it. It's crazy. I feel like I don't know, man. Did they listen to what I said? I guess I don't know. I don't. That'd be crazy though. Like if it was because of my email or whatever. But but I never get credit. That's all good. Anyway, a lot of new things are out there this year. NOAA's got a bunch of new technology and stuff, and they launched these new satellites where they're going to be able to get way more data out of hurricanes and stuff. And they also got these new satellites or radars or something where you can, like, when you're looking at the storm, it's way more detailed. It's like high definition 3D satellite imagery. You can actually see like the clouds shooting up into the atmosphere. It almost looks 3D. Like it's just way, you can tell way more about the storm with it. It's going to be awesome. And also, I saw on the Weather Channel they're doing storm surge advisories now, which I believe I emailed a couple people about that too. Like, I always thought that was a good idea, that they should do that, because a lot of people don't expect storm surge. A lot of people who've been in a hurricane and the water's been up to their waist or worse, they didn't know it was going to happen. So now they come out with these storm surge advisories where they're supposed to be able to tell you like about exactly how high the water is going to get where you are along the coast. It's pretty cool. Good idea. So, but yeah, the thing is, if the hurricanes have higher gusts than they do winds, so when they say 100-mile-an-hour sustained winds, it doesn't just mean 100-mile-an-hour winds. It means 100, 110, 120, 130, maybe more. It just means there are 100-mile-an-hour winds blowing steadily for a minute or longer. So if you think of it that way, say there's a category 1 with 80-mile-an-hour wind. It has a gust of a major hurricane, 80, 90, 100, 110. 110 is what they call a major hurricane. So if it's a category 1 hurricane and has 80-mile-an-hour wind, then it's going to have gusts of around 110, which is a category 3, bare minimal, major hurricane strength. So if you think of it that way, then all hurricanes are powerful. And if you've been through as many as me, then you know, like, if you're in the core of a pretty symmetrical and just a hurricane that's got itself together, or a hurricane, if you're in a hurricane, period, it's going to be, if you're in the core of it, It's always going to be intense. That it's going to be intense. And I think the current Saffir Simpson scale doesn't accurately depict hurricanes to people. That's what I think. I really don't. Because everybody just thinks the winds are what they say they are. They don't emphasize on gust. And then you take the maximum gust and then you take the sustained winds and get an average, and it's really the winds are more like what's in the middle of that if you think about it.